Hey, we're in the kitchen now with Carmen Gorniak. She is an area nutritionist, and she's talking about tomatoes today. She's here with the Tomato Wellness Board, and I love tomatoes. Me too. Fantastic. And we're heading into the season where they'll be more readily available and delicious and tasty, and just add an addition to really any entree or eating plain. So Amy, this morning, on behalf of the Tomato Wellness Council, we are making a really fun recipe with tomatoes and frittata. It's a frittata, and also extra vegetables to give it the color and the zing and the nutrition that really dietitians are looking at as far as something better. And it's National Nutrition Month. So wow, let's do it all. Should we get started? Let's do it. Okay. And frittatas, by the way, are a baked omelet, so don't be intimidated by that fancy word. And they're not only a breakfast thing. You know, these are great for lunch and really wonderful for dinner. Serve it with a salad, and I do frittatas all the time. So we've got some eggs here. About how many eggs? 6 eggs, and what I used, Amy, was egg substitute. So you can use either or depending on what is best for your health. Okay. And what we're going to do is just mix these up real quick with milk, about 2 tablespoons, and again, I use the fat-free milk, and it still carries that flavor beautifully. Okay. And we're going to add some dried basil. Okay. Get kind of that Italian flavor. Yeah, a little bit of zing, and it always looks so nice at the very end. And also black pepper to taste. Okay. And with this, we're just going to wing this together, or just mix this together real quick with some feta cheese. You can also use blue cheese if you'd like to. Okay. Depending on how you prefer that flavor. Mix that just a little bit. If you were using the real eggs, you'd want to stir that up a little bit more, and then we're going to set that aside. Okay, all right. So we're good. That's how easy that is, and exactly right. And then we'll move over to the skillet, and we are going to saute real quick. Just warm up our olive oil. Okay. And saute some fresh asparagus, which again, this in season, fantastic. Oh. And so colorful. And we're doing the same with tomatoes. With the Tomato Wellness Council, Amy, we are just so excited that you're eating tomatoes. And the color, so it doesn't matter if it's fresh, canned, or frozen, or juice. We are just really pushing the nutrition and the health and actually the inexpense of purchasing tomatoes and eating those for better health with not only adults but children. So coming up with some really neat ideas to improve the way that they can be used in recipes quick and easy. And I'm one of those believers that canned tomatoes, I always have them in my pantry, a few cans, because it's one of those things you don't want to have to run out to the grocery store and get them, and they are so great. That's one of those things you can use all year round. So yeah, and they're not expensive at all, so they're wonderful. And I love the vine ripe too. I even put tomato on my grilled cheese. Oh, I do too. Yeah, love that. Yeah. So garlic, we got a little garlic. A little bit of garlic that we'll go ahead and throw in there. Thank you. So again, it can be. We could even use the fresh in this recipe. We're using the can today. Okay. And I used just the plain can, but you certainly could get it if you wanted it with some herbs added to that as well. So did we drain these? This will wait on just a little bit. Okay. And we'll saute that up. These will add right at the end, and we'll bake it just a bit. On top, and then we'll put it into the oven. So potatoes go in here. This is really. Do potatoes go in now? Smell, absolutely. And these are just diced cooked potatoes that are going to really bulk this up. So it's really a meal in a pan, which is, you know, we know how busy our lives get. Right, exactly. And especially with the kids, so it actually uses all the components that we're looking at for health. And just a little bit of cubed prosciutto. Yum. Delicious. Which is Italian cured ham, easy to find. It used to be tough to get. But if you can't find that, diced ham would work as well. All right, now, our eggs, tomatoes, and things like that at the time? So this is where the best part comes in. We'll just pick a bit of this off, of the tomatoes. And again, we can use fresh tomatoes. In this particular recipe today, we're using the canned. Yum. Canned diced tomatoes keep it real easy. And we're just sprinkling these on top, evenly spreading these out. And we're really going not only for the nutrition, but also the color. Really neat ads on TV and radio making tomatoes look great in scents, especially again with adults and children. And then we'll just let that sit. You bet. Time for our eggs. And eggs go on top. Let's evenly just pour this over. And we don't even need to stir. Okay. This is great. The less hassle, the easier it is. I'm with you on that one. So now this goes into the oven, correct? Right, so we'll let this bake on top for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, which I just kind of usually loosen it. Exactly. And then what we would do is put it in the oven at about 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. And at the very end, we'll add garnish, and it's done. Ooh, okay, come back with me. All right. And you know, while I'm doing this, I know tomatoes are so good for us. Lots of nutritional value.
Absolutely. So tomatoes have been linked to many things as far as fighting inflammation, reducing the risk of cancer, particularly prostate cancer. We're also looking at it as being a very important part of our DASH diet, which is a diet designed for reducing high blood pressure. And so tomatoes do fit into that as a very well-rounded part of really fighting chronic disease across the board.
Yeah. You noticed we wrap the handle with aluminum foil. If you don't have an oven-proof skillet, that's just a great little tip, and you can turn it into one. So that is done. It looks wonderful. A little bit of what are we putting on top?
Slice this up, and then we'll put a little bit of salsa, again, just an extra tomato garnish. And again, you can use homemade salsa, you can purchase it, whatever is the easiest for you. We would slice it up, typically like a pizza, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, exactly.
Pizza, and then we would just decorate that to the slice that you would like, or you can put the salsa on top, spread around and serve as
and a little cheese
a little
too, I see.
Cheese.
A little more cheese.
Support.
Yum. Recipe is on our website, and for more, tomatowellness.com.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks,
Thank you
Carmen.
so